Everybody can go in position if you want. It's running. It's running. Just saying that I want to make it light and okay.
Hey Minerva. Our grandpa always said,
Visu meidän dzīvē var cilvēkam atņemt, ja? Bet tās zināšanas, kas ir cilvēkam iekš galvas, ja, iekš pašā, tā dzīves pieredze, to dzīvē neviens nevar atņemt. Nekad.
Now I'm no Latvian, but I'm told it means you can take everything from a man, but you can't take his knowledge. And when they say you can take everything away, they really mean everything. It seems to be part of life's design to lose stuff, loved ones, and even yourself. But it is just as much part of life to also find things. Things like new friends and valuable interior design tips. And yourself. There are some people who are happy when you lose things and even make it happen for you. The unpleasant feeling of being stolen from can linger with you for days and maybe even make you burst. On the other hand, there can be good reasons for stealing. The morality of it all can be quite confusing. So stick with us and find out how to find, lose, steal, all those things and others. Here at Minerva, we gain knowledge in many different ways. Many different ways. Many different ways.
Your art makes sense!
When you pay a lot of money for something, you might find yourself wondering about where exactly it all goes. You might notice small bits and pieces of your surroundings that don't really look exactly like they should. One day you needed to use the toilet, but when you walked up to it, you noticed that some of the floor was missing. You were too chicken to take a towel yourself, but it made you wonder, was it students taking back a small piece of their tuition? You ask yourself, how much of an impact such an act of rebellion makes? You reach out to the designer behind Minerva's renovations, and they suggest that it might be alumni taking souvenirs, or perhaps activists fighting the abundance of orange one tile at a time. They also provide you with information that helps you estimate the price of a single tile. After doing some math, we found out that by stealing one tile, a student is taking back less than 0.05% of their tuition, which for the Academy is pocket change. So that can't be it. Could it be just for the thrill of it? Could it be as simple as people enjoy stealing? You decide to ask around and find out.
Yes. When I was 12, I had this one summer where I went with my best friend. We went a lot to the local supermarket, which was quite big, and they had this section for like DVDs and computer games. And we stole over a month like a pile like this of computer games, but I didn't own a computer. So then we got caught, and that was kind of also the end of my stealing career. Like there was like little stealing here and there, but that was like the major excitement. One summer of a lot of computer games.
Yeah.
We just had them, I think. Yeah. Never played any of them. So it's memorable because it's so stupid. You know?
Yeah. And then you had to learn after and grow out of the experience.
Well, yeah, after the police drove me home, and it was not, you know, and I didn't have a summer vacation anymore after that, so yeah.
Yeah.
You remember a friend of yours proudly telling you that she steals from the Albert Heijn checkouts on a regular basis, even going so far as calling it a hobby of hers. You decide to investigate how often people do this.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm too scared to do it.
I dwell about it on the daily, guys. It's a VIP or whatever people call it. WIP, yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. Last time I scanned 2 croissants, and then when I went to pay, it was 1 croissant, but I'd already paid. I just walked out. I have stolen.
No, I have actually not. Like, it's very tempting. I heard that Jumbo actually is working on including body tracking cameras into the Jumbos now that see if you're stealing because they lost over 100 million in revenue last year because of shoplifting.
Yeah.
But I also mean put people at the kassa.
Yeah.
You know, have people work. This is important. You know, like they try to save money, so they shoot their own foot. So I understand if people do it. I personally never did it because I did get caught in my youth, and I did not, you know, and the consequences of that were never nice. So yeah, no, but it's tempting. It's very tempting. I think I'm thinking about methods though. If I would know how to.
While the results seem to be mixed, there's a lot of anti-theft propaganda in some of the supermarkets. You get a growing suspicion that stealing is way more common than you thought. You start to doubt everyone around you, uncertain if within them lies a thief. Have you stolen anything? Have you stolen anything? Have you? Have you? Have you? Sometimes people steal by accident. Some objects are more prone to accidental theft than others. Take lighters, for example. If you've ever been to a social event, chances are you've come home with someone else's lighter. If you steal by accident, you can also steal on purpose, but sometimes you might have a good reason for it. You start thinking about all the marginalized people that steal because they're not getting the support that they need. A lack of fairness at the top creates chaos at the bottom and causes some people to cheat or skim. It's hard to blame people for taking advantage. At the end of the day, we're all getting a raw deal.
So I used to do this thing where I'd go around my old secondary school and just like take posters off the walls, and it got to maybe a concerning point. So this is some of them. I don't know, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like 12-ish. It's things like, please sanitize your hands, no groups at lockers, do not enter unless a teacher is present. I quite like the no mobile phones sign. I remember there was one that I was really proud of. I was like walking down the stairs, and like mid walking down the stairs, I like tore one off the wall, didn't stop. It was like an A3 poster. It's incredible. So there was these posters that they started putting up, ignore Willem Dafoe, that were like, let us stand together, the school supports your gender. And I started giving them away to like my trans friends or like my queer friends, you know, especially the ones that had been personally victimized by the school. Like the school would out people to their parents, so I'd be like taking down a poster and handing it over.
Another good reason to engage in thievery is for artistic purposes. If you can confidently know that whoever you steal from won't miss the object, it's in the moral gray area to take a little bite of the hand that fed you.
Yeah, I don't know if it's stealing. So yes, the incubator, right? So for my graduation project here, I was working with an artist in Groningen, and together we had this project. It was his project that I, as an intern, did with him, was to, for the UMCG, develop something from old materials, like a sculpture for I think it was for the Children's Hospital or something like that. So we got a lot of materials out of the UMCG space up there, and I used to be a nurse for children, so I saw this incubator standing there, and I was like, can we also take that? And they said, no, this one, it's broken, it won't be used anymore, but this one is kind of out of the things. But then they left us alone there, so I decided that it would be a good transportation thing also for the rest, and it was just too well fitting to what I wanted to do and to my background and everything. So I did roll that incubator out of the UMCG with a lot of, I thought I would be stopped, but I wasn't. I rolled it over the streets through East Groningen until I arrived at my destination. And I still have the incubator. I saw it as long-term borrow.
If you have a good reason for stealing, you may also run into good consequences to stealing. One time you might find yourself feeling less chicken and extend your hand to grab a magazine. Inside you spot a spread for a band you caught as a warm-up a while ago. You thought they were really nice, so you ended up doing the word search in the corner of the page. You feel quite motivated by the coincidence, so you actually reach out and send your answers in. You win tickets to a free punk event, and the organizers even give you a cassette to take home. You ask yourself, is it then recommended to steal? Is that what we're doing with our video? Is this the life we want to create? Encouraging others to take whatever they think is right, leaving justice by the wayside? Is it perhaps even immoral towards yourself not to steal and take what you are owed? When you first arrived at school, there were many messages warning against theft displayed on the TV. You went and inquired.
The hoodie, yeah, but that got stolen. So
That's okay.
And it was, you know, Channel 5, All Gas No Break.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it was like a hoodie from them. Yeah, man, it was like this orange one with like clocks and shit. Like, it was a really cool design. And, you know, that's gone. So, someone probably intentionally took it.
While Minerva takes, Minerva also gives back. If you look closely, she sprinkles many treasures all throughout. Once you start thinking that something out there is leaving things for you to find, you can't stop noticing the possible repeating signs. When you asked a friend of yours if she believes in the power of manifesting, she explains her skepticism especially through the concept of frequency illusion. It's a phenomenon where something you recently learned seems to appear everywhere, making it feel like it's more common than it is. In your gap year, you were sort of in between things, so you experienced some feelings of anxiety. You decide that you wanted to come up with a game that could help you stay distracted while you were walking outside. You noticed that many curb cracks had washers laying in them. Since May 2023, you and your network of 8 people or so have been collecting these washers and other metal objects left behind by people on the street. You've gotten really lucky with your friends. While it's not only Minerva people that have been helping out, it's in the nature of Minervians to hoard. Our degree excuses owning objects that others consider useless, and we feel justified to fill up the 5th shopping bag with yet another empty incense package. After a while of finding so many interesting things that you want to pick up, you realize that there must be unfortunate people who are losing said things. You thought back to a little figurine of a troll you took home from a trip to Norway with your family when you were only 4. You were both terrified and incredibly intrigued by the toy, so naturally you were devastated when you found out that it had somehow got lost on the way home from kindergarten. You remember blaming yourself and thinking about what you could have done better, and start to wonder if others have similar memories.
Yeah, one of my dad's shirts has a hole in it, so I lost that part of the shirt. It really pisses me off, because it's a shirt like 35 years old from the Peace Corps. I wear it all the time, and now there's like this.
I have lost a couple of things that I still think about to this day, but I think it's just because I'm very sentimental. I've lost a person that of course I still think about to this day. That would be, I think, my most genuine answer, but a thing? Not necessarily.
It's very stupid. When I was a kid, I had this DS game. It's a Harvest Moon game, and it just disappeared one day, and I never found out how or why or where it went. And I had the same thing with my Pokemon Soul Silver copy. And the suspicious thing, I asked my best friend at the time where, like, if she maybe could look for it, and she, like, very aggressively told me, like, I didn't steal it. So she might have stolen it, but I can't blame her. It's a good game.
In the morally ambiguous world of theft, you can easily get lost So you're better off occupying yourself with activities that won't make you wonder whether you're a good person or not. The people who stole those bathroom tiles may have gotten away with it, but simply because you know now that most people steal every so often does not mean that you've got to start doing it too. So call your grandma, your friends, check up on their hairstyle, pick up a new hobby and resist the temptation to steal. After all, if your friends jump, will you jump too? Yes, Mom. Yes, I will. This was Cloud Raimundo and Karina Aizsila. Thanks for watching.